Hi family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're great. I hope you are doing well. Today my girl is energized and has no bra on, so she's happy. Um so I thought we should talk about something. Like I heard someone talking about it and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. You know, let's talk about girlfriend allowance. Girlfriend allowance, wife allowance, I don't know. Whatever it is you want to call it. Let's talk, let's have a conversation. Please do engage in the comment section below. Listen to the YouTuber in me. But yeah, let's engage and talk about these things because I find it very interesting because I always have different views when it comes to this thing. Like there's some people who are pro, some people who are against. What are your thoughts? And I'll give you my thoughts on it, but I just also want to know what you think about it. Yeah, so while you think about it, let me go get my slippers because I'm getting cold. Like I said, I get cold easily, so I am going to pause this video, okay, while you go get your slippers as well, so and think about what you think about this girlfriend allowance thing. And maybe I'll also fix Nancy, but Nancy's still good. Like Nancy has shrunk. So yeah, let me pause the video and go get my sleep. I am back with my babies and these the cutest things ever. But yeah, I'm back with my sleepers. So yeah, let's talk about girlfriend allowance or wife allowance, any type of allowance that you receive from your significant other. Let's talk about it. So, like, Mina, the first question I have, ne, it's just a question. With people who are working, ne, and maybe you receive a girlfriend allowance, do you, when I, as like the lady, give your man a boyfriend allowance? Like how does is it equal? Do you also share your your money with your significant other as a lady? I would like to know. um so yeah, I will share my thoughts and my experiences when it comes to this allowance thing. So do I am I pro or against? I don't know. I don't care. I'm in between. I don't know. I'm not against it and I'm not for it, if it makes sense. My personally, I just feel like I don't need someone's money to do what I felt like growing up. I think this was like it was also influenced by my parents, because my parents always told me that you cannot depend on a man to get you things, or because if this is what they used to tell me. I know it's not true, but I believed it at the time. And I was still in high school, and I feel like just like other people are saying, I know sometimes you look at someone's life and you're like, but when you did it anyway, how I like what gives you the right to tell someone else not to do it? I think it's also learning from your own mistakes and realizing that okay, those were maybe not the best decisions that you've made. But let me tell you what my parents used to say. My parents would say, if a boy buys you sneakers or they buy you things, you need to pay them back. So they, like, a boy will not just spend money on you for free. You must pay them back, and normally you're paying them back with what? Your body. I know that's not necessarily true, but like that, like I believed that at the time, and I was in high school, and I was like, no way, my body is a temple. There is no way I'm going to sell my body for shoes, for example. um the reason why I know that that is not necessarily true, I know there are guys out there that actually spend money on their significant other because they want to, and not because they expect something in return. So I thought I should just put it out there. But at the time, that was my thought process. Like, yo, if I say yes to taking this money, or say yes to this person buying me this, it means that they will want my body in return. So that's the reason why I always felt like I don't need a guy to help me out financially, because I have my parents. If I'm stuck, I'll call mom or I'll call dad. That's that's how my life has been for Not forever, because now I can't call my mom or dad. I'm grown. But like in terms of my younger years. So that's how I feel about girlfriend allowance. If the person has the money to share with you, by all means, but I don't think someone should kill themselves to take care of you if they cannot even meet their own needs, you know. So if say we both in varsity, we both not working, I don't expect that person to spend their pocket money on me because I'm their girlfriend, you know. So I'm more of a, I can also pay for my own dinner type of person. Ne? Not all the time. I'm not saying don't treat your lady friends and your significant other. I'm just saying personally, I financially I like independence. I don't want to feel bad like spending someone else's money. So, have I ever received a girlfriend allowance? So, with this question about receiving girlfriend allowance, I think based on what I've already said, it was not expected, but yes, I have received money from my significant other, boyfriend at the time. Yes, I have. Was it a fixed amount and was it given to me monthly? No. It was as per the person's discretion. I wouldn't be bothering them like, I need that 2,000 rand or 5,000, whatever amount that you get. Because I personally, I even now that I'm married, I don't feel entitled to my husband's money. You know, it's money that is supposed to work for the family, just like my own salary is supposed to work for the family. So I don't feel entitled to anyone's finances. I believe in making your own coins and spending it how you want. I'm kidding, not spending it how you want, but spending it wisely. And obviously, if you are in a relationship like marriage, or you are cohabitating and etc, you know, you can't just spend money. You need to discuss as a family, make especially like significant things. Like I can't just go buy a house and not tell my husband about it. You get what I mean? So yeah, when it comes to girlfriend allowance, have I ever received it? I'd say yes, because I have received money from uh, a boyfriend, and I have spent that money, but it was not fixed and it was not expected. So I would always be really grateful. And from that savings video, I think you've already picked up that I'm a very frugal person at times, so I would sometimes even like put the money away and then do something nice for that person. So yeah, that's that in terms of girlfriend allowance, and then in terms of wife allowance. The reason why I say wife allowance is because you know, at work, whenever I'm like, oh, I'm broke, or oh, I need what, I don't have money, everyone will be like, but you have a husband. In my head, I'm like, dang, he's not an ATM though. So, do I receive a wife allowance? Uh, I think it's the same thing as the girlfriend allowance, where I would say yes sometimes, but it's not fixed. And the reason why I'm saying yes sometimes, because sometimes, yes, randomly, my husband will give me money to say, ah, just go do whatever it is that you want to do. But obviously, there is some sort of income that is shared in terms of it needs to work for the family. It, yeah, it's used for the family. The same goes for my own salary. You know, there are things that I know that, okay, as a wife, or as per our union, I think I've already discussed this in the marriage contract video, where I talked about the fact that it's not about 50-50. And I don't think it would ever be 50-50, because number one, we don't earn the same amount of money. And I feel like there are certain things a man should do. Like there are certain things a man should buy, okay? But yeah, we do share responsibility financially. And when it comes to that, it is expected. So I don't think it's an allowance if it's working for the both of us. Say my husband was to give me money to pay for electricity, That's not an allowance. I'm just giving an example. That's not an allowance. But however, if he's giving me like cash randomly to spend on whatever that I want, then I think that is an allowance. So yeah, I would say randomly. And yeah, like it's neither here or there. And the other thing that I need to explain about my husband is that he is one that needs you to, he needs you to be vocal. If you need something, don't just keep quiet and you think he'll prophesy that you need something. He wants you to tell him like, I need this certain amount of money because I want to do one, two, and three. And which is fine, but the thing is, the problem is that I don't like asking for money. I feel awkward asking for money. Okay, obviously now that we're married it's different, but like as a girlfriend I would feel awkward like asking for money or whatever. So I always felt like if I don't have the money or the means to do whatever it is that I want to do, that's just the situation. We move on. One day we'll be able to do it. So even now in marriage, I feel like sometimes it's hard to say, babe, I need this amount of money. I want to go buy shoes. I saw really nice shoes, or those type of things, like luxury type of products. I feel weird about that. But yeah, I think in any case, when it comes to this girlfriend allowance, wife allowance, my take on it is that you sit down with your significant other and discuss it, like what works for both of you. But I think it shouldn't be the center of the relationship. Finances are important, but there are also other things that are important. Like imagine if I'm dependent on the girlfriend allowance and whatnot. If this person screws me over, I'll take it because I'm thinking about my income, my monthly income. So I think it's very important you sit down with your significant other and find what works for the both of you. And I know like certain situations, and like situations are different. There are ladies out there, or guys out there that are dependent on this allowance because they have no other source of income. I mean, I know of friends that lived with their boyfriends because they didn't have money for rent, like at home. It was just not, like the situation at home was just like I want a better English word to to describe the situation at home, but you get what I mean. You see, like they didn't have a choice because they didn't have the finances to get their own place or buy groceries, or it made sense because your significant other had a certain amount of money that they received monthly, an allowance, you received an allowance, so it made sense. And it would be a great saving if you guys live together. Not that I am promoting that, I'm just saying that I know of situations like that. Whatever works for the both of you, okay? But I just thought it was interesting because I watched, what's this, dating, is it dating, date my family, not dating my, yeah, date my family. And there was this family that was just talking about money, money, money. What if she needs money, what if, and I'm just like, why is she in need of his money that bad? Like, isn't she making her own money? What was she doing before him? Like, you get what I mean? I personally, and I'll always say this, do not depend on anyone's finances. Try by all means to be financially independent, because you never know, anything can happen. If you are dependent on someone, what if they disappoint you? What's going to happen then? Try by all means to be financially independent. Even if you are married, I'm not saying be independent, don't share your finances, but even if you are married, I'm saying that you should be in a situation where you're not completely or entirely dependent on your partner's finances. You shouldn't go back first to go buy underwear. You get what I mean? Not that I'm hating on anyone who does that. I'm just saying that making your own money sometimes comes in handy, because some people feel like they're in control of you because they, like, you depend on them financially, and you don't want that. you know it's like, actually, whatever works for you. But personally, that's my take on it. Be financially independent. That in the event that you want to do certain things for yourself, you can, and you won't feel guilty for doing those things. Okay, so please also let me know what you think about girlfriend allowance, wife allowance, and all of that. I think it's very interesting because I know of girlfriends that strongly believe in girlfriend allowance, and every time I find it so interesting because I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like because my parents were so against their daughter depending on a guy, I've grown to be so independent financially. And uh yeah, I'll record another video where I need to talk about this and address certain things. Yeah, so yeah, with that being said, family, please don't forget to comment and tell me what you think about girlfriend allowance and all of that. Let's engage, and please don't forget to subscribe. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend uh about my YouTube channel. Yeah, with that being said, family, may grace, love, and peace be unto you. Bye.